Hey everyone, this is Yami, your Latina next door. Welcome back to my channel. I have teamed up with Plaid Crafts in order to celebrate today, which is National Mod Podge Day. Since Memorial Day is right around the corner and 4th of July will be here before you know it, I thought it would be great to share some patriotic DIYs featuring Mod Podge. Mod Podge carries several formulas, and in this video I am going to be using a couple of different ones to do my projects. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and hit like if you enjoyed this video. All right, let's get started. For this first DIY, we're going to take these discs that I found in the floral section of Dollar Tree. We are also going to be using these mini American flags that you can find anywhere. This one's a little bit wore out since my little one has been playing with it. And we'll be using this Mod Podge that is meant for outdoor use. First thing you want to do is remove all the packaging and the labels from the little discs. And then I'm going to take this home decor chalk paint in the color White Adirondack, and I am going to give these 2 full coats. Make sure you also get the sides. Next, we're going to apply our outdoor Mod Podge. And you might have guessed that we are making coasters, and the reason that I'm using outdoor Mod Podge is because outdoor Mod Podge is supposed to withstand the elements, so a little bit of beverage sweat is no sweat for this. As you can see, I'm applying the flag, making sure that it is centered. After that first layer of Mod Podge is dry, cut down the flag closer to the edges, but don't worry about it being perfect. Then you're going to apply your second layer of Mod Podge. Make sure you get the sides of the little coasters at this point as well. Next, after that layer has dried, you want to get something very sharp like a box cutter. Please be very careful when doing this and try to get as close to the edge as possible to take out any little bit of fabric that's hanging over. After that's done, I like to take some fine grit sandpaper and I like to sand those edges. This will give you a nice clean edge, and you will see in just a second how nice it will look. After you've gotten those nice crisp edges, you're going to want to give it a third and final coat. And finally, for the bottom of the coasters, I took some felt that I cut into round circles and I glued them on to the bottom of the coasters. And that is it for these DIY American flag coasters. Also, in celebration of National Mod Podge Day, Plaid Crafts will be hosting different videos on their Facebook page the entire day. So I'll go ahead and make sure to link that page in the description box below so you can check out some other fun projects using Mod Podge. Okay, DIY number 2. You will need a glass frame for this one, preferably one that stands on its own. I had this one from Dollar Tree. You will also need a larger American flag. You can find these for about $1.50 a piece. First thing I did, since my glass had lettering, was take a small razor blade. Again, be very careful if you do this. You don't want to get hurt. And remove that lettering that you see on the glass if you have any. Next, I made sure to clean my glass with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I removed the American flag from the little stick, and then I placed it inside of the frame, marking where I needed to cut it down so that it fit just inside of it. And then I cut it to size. Next, I took some of the matte Mod Podge, which is actually my go-to Mod Podge. I use that on everything, and I gave the glass an entire coat of Mod Podge. I fit the flag inside the frame, and then with my Mod Podge squeegee, I made sure that everything was nice and flat. And since it's with fabric, the Mod Podge actually seeped through, and it coated both sides of the flag. I let this dry, and these are the final results. The one thing I love about this is that since the flag is semi-transparent, you can actually put some fairy lights behind it, or maybe even some flameless candles, and you can see the light through the flag. So for the third DIY, we're going to use some star forms. We are also going to use some scrapbook paper. So for this, I placed the scrapbook paper face down and traced the stars on the back of it. Keep in mind, if you are OCD like me and like your stripes all in one direction, to make sure that the stars are all in the same position in relation to the stripes. Then cut your stars. Then take your Mod Podge and apply it to the stars. I'm using the matte one again. Once they were dry, I took some of my sandpaper again and started sanding out the edges. If there was some areas that had too big of a piece, I would just take scissors and cut it down and then sand it to the edge again. Once the edges were done, I added another layer of Mod Podge. Next, I took some leftover beads and some baker's twine and began to thread as many as I had. Then I simply spaced out the stars evenly and hot glued them on to the jute string. And what I like to do is I like to take a clear button and hot glue that to the back of the star, sandwiching the jute string in between, and it won't fall apart. And there you have a sweet little garland for your fireplace. Alright, DIY number 4. We're going to use these crafter squares that you can get at your local Dollar Tree. You get 6 to a pack, and these are new. We're going to build a little wooden crate with this, and what I did was I took some of those little tumbling blocks and used them to build my frame. I hot glued the tumbling block onto the little wood piece, and then I used the wood glue from Dollar Tree to do the edges. I secured my little crate with blue tape while the wood glue dried. Next, I'll be taking that same scrapbook paper and cutting them to fit around the box. And what I did was I made sure to do 2 red lines and 2 white lines, and I used my paper cutter for this. I cut down my blue paper with the stars, and when I cut them down, I made sure that the same pattern of stars was showing on the blue paper after I cut it. Next, I measured where I wanted the bottom of the blue paper to go, and I made my marks all around the little box. Then I began placing the blue paper and cutting them down in order to make the stars match up on all the corners. Then I began Mod Podging the top portion of the little crate and applying my blue paper. After that was done, I did the same thing with the red and white stripe paper. After that was dry, I cut off the excess pieces of paper. And I gave it another coat of the matte Mod Podge. But I wasn't done. I wanted to add a little bit of an extra detail for the little crate, and I had this bag of leather pieces. I cut one of the larger pieces into a 3-inch section, making sure that the edges were nice and straight, and then I cut it straight down the middle, creating 2 straps. Then I hot glued them on 2 of the sides of the little crate. Next, I added some faux greenery, and it was done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these DIYs was your favorite. And hopefully you got some great ideas on how you can use Mod Podge for different DIYs in your home. Don't forget to check out Plaid Crafts' Facebook page for more inspiration, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, adios!